Irrational Exuberance by Robert J. Shiller. The main idea of this book is that market levels are in theory based on fundamental asset values, but their unexpected surges, swings, and falls suggest human psychology is the driver. March 2000. With stock prices averaging 44 times earnings, turned out to be the peak of the market. Technology stocks would drop precipitously later that year, and by March 2003, the market had dropped to around half of its previous value. Rare among those in his profession, Shiller has shown an uncanny ability to call the top of the market. Anyone who fancies their abilities as a stock or real estate speculator should first read this book. Between 1994 and 1999, the Dow Jones Industrial Average tripled from 3,600 to over 11,000, while in the same period, personal incomes and GDP only rose by 30%. Shiller calls it the most dramatic bull market in U.S. history, dwarfing previous stock rises, including the fabled 1928 to 1929 market and that of the early 1960s. When the market collapsed in 2000, the millennium boom was seen for what it was, a millennium bubble. Yet prices soon began rising above historic averages because, Shiller argues, people still had religious faith in the long-run supremacy of stocks as an asset class. If the stock market is high, people tend to believe that all the other people investing in it cannot be wrong. They don't need to use their own research and judgments, but trust the crowd. Shiller defines a bubble as a sort of psychological epidemic, and a symptom of the disease is complacency. Though individuals worry about soaring prices, the dominant sentiment is one of public inattention to the thought that prices could fall rather than firm belief that they could never fall. Such errors of judgment can inflect even the smartest people, he observes. Overconfidence, lack of due diligence, and excessive trust in others' judgment leads to a situation of the blind leading the blind, and disaster soon follows.